Hey y'all, welcome back to another review of Life with Chestis for the Bald and Beautiful June 6, 2025. Okay, y'all. So first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. Um, didn't nothing happen. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely freaking nothing. Look, I was looking forward to today. I was like, okay, because at first I was like, either Thursday or Friday, I'm not gonna do no review. Sorry, y'all, but I was saying either Thursday or Friday, I'm not gonna do no review. But then I thought about it. I was like, oh, this supposed to be the week that they said Luna's supposed to be targeting Steffi. She ain't do nothing. She ain't do nothing. And I said, okay, y'all. But yeah, if y'all seen the episode, let me know down below what y'all think. If you haven't seen the episode, you ain't missed nothing. You ain't missed nothing. Just the same old same. Finn, Steffi, and Leon was talking about Luna, the fact that she stopped by, on the fact that she hasn't changed, and Leon was just saying how he's so worried. Look, Finn be looking so irritated. He definitely do. And they was trying to tell him, you got other things to worry about. You have your, his health and everything that's going on with him to worry about. Hold on, y'all. They was just reminding him that he should be focused on his health, but they kept looking at each other and he noticed it and he mentions it. But yeah, Steffi was telling Finn at first when they first got on the show, when they first showed the show. And she was saying how she couldn't sleep. She was just thinking about Luna and all this other stuff. Then they got to talking about Sheila, the fact that she has called both of them. She called Steffi, she called Finn, and neither one of them know why. And they was like, they're not gonna worry about it. I said, y'all need to look. So I'm waiting. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, okay, the time is almost there now. I said, something about to happen. Something about to happen. Didn't nothing happen. Did nothing happen. I so was looking at the time. I was like, okay, she finna get her to pop up, especially after the Bill scene where he told her to leave town too, and she was like, this is all because of Steffi. He's only saying this because of Steffi. I was like, she finna come. I said, she finna come some type of way. Liam and Finn not gonna be in the house, and that's when she gonna come. Cause y'all know they said allegedly Sheila's supposed to be the one to save Steffi. Then they said Finn. Then they said Liam. But basically, it look like she's teaming up with Remy. Next week's episode, well, we can't even look forward to the end of the episode no more where they show the promo because we don't know when they're gonna actually air it now. And once again, like y'all know, we supposed to be, I think, a day. I don't know, is it 2 days behind? We supposed to be at least a day behind, so maybe that's why. But yeah, didn't nothing happen. I was looking forward to today's episode, and they ain't do nothing. They ain't do absolutely nothing. But yeah, Finn, Stephanie, and like I said, they was talking about Luna, how dangerous she is, and Steffi was worried. She couldn't sleep. What else happened while using it? Hold on, y'all. Let me check my notes. I think they whole little scene, they whole little conversation was about Luna. Sheila and Deacon. Sheila was saying how she been calling Steffi and Finn, but neither one of them would answer. Deacon was saying how he wishes Sheila would have told him everything and been honest with him about the Luna situation. What else happened? Sheila was saying, she ends up texting Poppy. Telling her to meet her. So she does, and she was like, what's this about? And she was telling her how Luna hasn't changed, like she's afraid, and she was just filling her in on everything that Luna said about Steffi or whatever. And she didn't care. Poppy definitely did not care. She was like, you're not telling me nothing that I haven't already knew, that I didn't already know, or whatever. Now Bill one time I said he don't want nothing to do with her. It's too little too late. It's too little too late now, Bill. I said, let me bring him back for one episode. Next thing you know, we don't see him no more. But yeah, Bill was back on today's episode, y'all, talking to Luna. And he told her, oh, wait, we ain't supposed to talk about him right now. So finish with Sheila and Deacon. Like I said, he said something about he had to get down to the restaurant. So that's when she ends up texting Poppy. Poppy meets her, and that's when she was telling Poppy how she's worried about Luna and she needs to step up and, show her that she love her or whatever because Luna thinks she's all alone. She still is kind of speaking on the side of Luna. Now, she was saying right about how she hasn't changed and she's afraid of what's going to happen. But look like on next week's episode, they showed Poppy talking to Luna. I was like, say yourself, girl. Say yourself. That's a lost cause. Then they showed Luna with Remy or whatever. Look like they're gonna be at the shooting range or whatever. I said, two crazies. Two crazies finna get ready to do something crazy. But yeah, I said two crazies. Yeah, they done finally brought him back. Finally brought him back or whatever. Oh, what else happened? I already said Sheila tells Papa she think Luna is about to make mistakes all over again and how she tried to help her and guide her, but they didn't work. Um, Luna and Bill. So Bill ends up stopping by the hotel to see Luna because she texts him And he was like, "What's this about?" And she was like, "You the only person that cares about me." Or whatever, just saying that he her only hope because everybody else don't walk away. Nobody want nothing to do with her. Neither one of her parents and stuff like that. And I'm waiting because they said that Bill's supposed to be rejected her. The way I read the spoiler, I thought they were saying that he finds out what she did to Stephanie. Didn't that happen? Oh my goodness. But yeah, then they sat down and she was just telling him he the only one that cares about her, and I know you love me, and we shared this something special and all. I said she's trying to dip him. Y'all seen that? What was that on? Meet the Browns. It was a Tyler Perry show where Brown was like, you can't dip me." She trying to dip him. I said all that, oh, we grew up the same, we the same, ain't gonna work this time, buddy. It's not gonna work this time. And he told her that. And she ends up saying, did she say Sheila told her leave town? Either way it goes, she reveals that they said that she needs to leave town or whatever, but she don't want to go. And he's like, they're right, you do need to leave town. And he's like, you know you're not a victim, right? And he says he don't want her in his life again. She's like, you don't mean that. It's because of Steffi. It's because of Steffi. And she just kept saying that. I said, she crazy. But yeah, he was telling her that she getting all wound up and she headed down the wrong path again. But yeah, and he was like, maybe I made a mistake getting you out of jail. I said, you think? I said, you think? Tell me, maybe he made a mistake getting her out of jail. What gave you that idea, Bill? I said, what gave you that idea, Bill? But yeah, I think, was that the last thing he told her? I know he told her she needs to leave town or whatever, start a new life, start fresh, start over or whatever. But yeah, he did say he finally admitted that maybe he made a mistake after he seen she just started talking about Steffi's fault and just getting wound up and stuff. And he told her she needed to leave town. Maybe he made a mistake getting out of jail. And after he left, she told my son, "You're only saying that because of Steffi." I said, "This girl crazy. This woman crazy. You only saying that because of Steffi." But what got me, y'all, when she got to the doggone restaurant, finally, what's his name? Deacon saw her. He said, "Turn your little A word around." I was laughing. I was so laughing. I was so laughing. Lord have mercy. He said, "Turn your little A word cuss word, y'all." If you didn't see the episode, he said, "Turn your little." I almost said it. "Turn your little A word around or whatever." I was laughing. But yeah, she over here, please, Deacon, please just give me a chance like you did my grandmother. You gave her a chance. She murdered people. I said, true that, now. But the whole scene with them was she was tiptoeing in. Then he managed to look up finally, and he seen he's like, and that's when he said it. Take her little A word up out of there. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get up out of here. So then, what else? She just kept on. She was like, "Please, I know. Can't you find in your heart?" What she also said? What she said? She tried to. What did she say? I don't know. She said something about some spiritual something. You a spiritual man? Some type of crap. She said, trying to over here manipulate him too. Then he was like, "Come here." And he ends up showing her the photos of Tommy Hollis saying that they were his employees as well as his best friends, his friends or whatever. And she's like, "No, I know what I did. I know what I did and all this other stuff." Clearly you don't. She over here at the doggone shooting range next week, practicing how to shoot. She gonna be talking to Poppy. What else? She gonna be talking to Remy. I think Steffi's gonna still be talking about her. I think Leon's supposed to be taking some type of medication, so I don't know if he actually finna get the treatment. They just completely dropped that storyline. I mean, they mentioned it today about how you need to focus on, his health. But other than that, I was like, nah, they'll drop it for what, a good little 3 weeks, then come back. But yeah, let me see what else. She kept asking him for another chance or whatever, finding it's hard to forgive her and all this other stuff. You forgave Sheila, and he was like, basically, he has a limit. He has a limit or whatever. And told her she has no right to be there. I think at that point, I think she said she want him to allow her to be a part of his life, his Sheila's life as well, or whatever. And I think the last thing that happened after he told her to leave, he had walked away, and she started reaching in her bag, and she pulled out that she ain't pulled it all the way out, but she pulled out the weapon. I said, she about to shoot him. I said, they missed so many opportunities. This would have been perfect. They missed so many opportunities. I was trying to think of the first one. What was the first one I said? I think oh, that's the part. After Bill left, she reached in the drawer and she got the weapon out. And I was like, you know what, it would have been perfect is if Bill, when he told her that how she need to leave town and she can't be a part of his life, when he turned his head, she could have hit him with the doggone weapon. Then next thing you know, she went to Deacon and was telling him to be a part, allow her to be a part of his life. Then she could have got him too. Look, just taking everybody out at this point. Which I said. But yeah, I was like, that would have been perfect. They ain't do nothing. I was like, then when Sheila find Deacon on the ground, look, call Finn them and let them know what's going on or whatever. Or either have Sheila run after Deacon get to the hospital or whatever. Run, try to save them or whatever. Then Liam jump in front of it. There you go. Cause they saying that he's supposed to say, I don't even know. They might drop that completely next week, y'all. Just cause they let us think that Luna was gonna do something to Steffi, don't actually mean it's something gonna happen to her. But we'll see. Let me see what else. I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah, the last thing was the fact that she was taking out the weapon or whatever, like she about to do something with it. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, have a great rest of the day, a great weekend, and be safe.